Hello, my dear students of class 9. Dear students, topic is the animal tissue, and in the animal tissue we will discuss about the muscular tissue and connective tissue today. So let us start about the muscular tissue. Muscular tissue. Dear students, this muscular tissue that is found in the animal body or human body is of three types. Three types. How and what are the names that you will see here? The names are voluntary, involuntary, and cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscular tissue. Three types of the muscular tissue are found in the animal body and human body also. My dear student, these voluntary muscles are also called striated muscles. Striated muscles, and involuntary is called non-striated muscles. And this voluntary and striated muscles are also called skeletal muscles. Skeletal muscles, and this involuntary or non-striated muscles are also called smooth muscles. So whenever the terms are in front of you that there is a smooth muscle, then you will understand that that is the non-striated muscles and that is the involuntary muscles. If the term is coming to you that the striated muscle, then you have to understand that that is the voluntary muscles and that is the skeletal muscles. So these three names are there of these two types of the muscular tissue. The names are voluntary or striated or skeletal muscles. Second is the involuntary or non-striated or smooth muscles. And third one, that is the cardiac muscles. So very briefly, I would like to explain these three types of the muscular tissue that is found in the animal body or human body. These are the striated muscles. The muscular tissue is found in the long, fibrous, proteinous, muscular bundle, and this bundle cells, these are the multinucleated cells. These are the group of the cells that are the multinucleated, and there are striations or band at the certain interval like this. This is the band. This band is responsible for the binding this the same type of the tissue, same type of the cells. This is the striations band. So these are the striations. And these are the muscle fiber. These are the muscular fiber, elongated cells, multinucleated, and they are meant for the physical work, voluntary work, the work what we want to do, walking, running, jumping, swimming, etc. that is conducted by the this voluntary or striated or skeletal muscles. My dear student, come to the involuntary or smooth muscles. These are the muscular tissue, muscular cells, elongated, smooth, and there is no striations, and they are uninucleate muscular tissue. They are uninucleate and they are found in different organs as the structural constituent, and they perform the function as per the autonomous action of the body. They get controlled by the autonomous system. They cannot control by our will, our voluntary will. They can be controlled by the involuntarily autonomous nervous system of the body. They are uninucleated. Now come to the third one, that is the cardiac muscular tissue. So my dear student, third cardiac muscular tissue is the muscular cells which get branched. Suppose this is the muscular cells, they get branched and further they get branched and they are uninucleate. Suppose this cell is uninucleate, this cell is uninucleate, this is uninucleate. So there are a group of the uninucleate, non-striated muscular cells which get branched together, and they are found in the structural organization of the heart. They consist the heart, and when they started once in the life, they perform the contraction and relaxation throughout the life. That is why they are the specialized muscles and they get controlled by the autonomous system of the body. And smooth muscles which are found in the organs, they are uninucleated. The striated band, there is no striations, no band is there, and they are for the functioning of different organs of the body. Striated, that is the striations are there, they are muscular fiber, elongated fibers are there, and they are specialized for the physical body. So dear students, these are all about the muscular tissue, and now very shortly we will come on the connective tissue. So come to the connective tissue. My dear student, connective tissue is very interesting and that is very elaborated. So the muscular tissue that you have to understand something like this, the connective tissue. So let us start the connective tissue. Connective tissue. My dear student, there are two types of the connective tissue. One is solid, and another is fluid. Solid connective tissue means bones, cartilage, and ligament, and tendons. While fluid connective tissue, that is having the structure blood, lymph, areolar tissue, and this solid connective tissue is also adipose tissue. So my dear students, you have to see this. This is the these are the different types of the, these are the different types of the connective tissues like solid and fluid. Now first of all come to the solid connective tissue, and we will discuss the solid connective tissue in the form of bone, cartilage and ligament, tendons, etc. So first of all take the bones, then cartilage, bone, cartilage and tendons and ligaments. तो आपको इसको समझने के लिए बच्चों, बोन, the cells of bones are called osteocytes. The cells of cartilage are called chondrocytes. And these are the tendons, they are myofibrils. Means these are the muscular tissue, mainly they connect the bone and ligaments are the material. These are the substance for the joining the bone. So my dear student, the bones form the entire frame of the body, and the material that get deposited in the bones are calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, etc. These are the material which strengthen the bone as bone become solid. And cartilage is the semi bone, that is the flexible bone, that is also made up of chondrocytes, and some materials get deposited inside it to strengthen them. The external ear and external nose, that is made up of the cartilage. Some other organs, some other parts are also made up of the cartilage, and that cartilage cells are called chondrocytes. These are the osteocytes. Osteocytes आप देखेंगे तो इसमें लार्ज न्यूक्लियस होता है, बड़ी होती है, सारा डिपोजिशन होता है. कॉन्ड्रोसाइट्स आप देखेंगे तो इसमें कॉन्ड्रोसाइट्स कोई स्पेस नहीं होता, इसमें भी कोई स्पेस नहीं होता है, बिल्कुल डेंस रहती है. एंड मायोफाइब्रस एंड टेंडन्स एंड लिगामेंट. Come to the tendons, my dear student, the joint of the bone and muscles is performed by the tendons. Tendons are the myofibrils. These are the material in between the bone and muscles, and that is flexible, that contract and relax, and that makes the joining of the bone and muscle, so that our limbs can be movable. The ligaments are the material which are responsible for joining two bones. Suppose this is radius ulna, this is humerus. So humerus get joined together with the radius ulna, bone to bone, that is by the ligament. While tendons join the muscle to the bones. So dear student, these are the solid connective tissue which connect the each and every part of the body by connecting them, by making the frame, and to strengthen the body for the physical appearance, for the physical work, etc., etc., etc. Dear student, come to the fluid connective tissue, and the fluid connective tissue is the tissue which is responsible for the flow of the material from one side to other side, from one part to other part, are fluid connective tissue. So fluid connective tissue are, these are the blood, lymph, and areolar tissue. My dear student, these are all the fluid connective tissue. My dear student, the blood is having three types of cells: RBC, WBC, and platelets. RBC is called the red blood corpuscles or erythrocytes. WBC is called leukocytes or white blood corpuscles or white blood cells. Platelets are called thrombocytes, and these cells form the blood plasma, which is apart from the water and other constituents that is present inside the blood. Come to the RBC. RBC is the red blood cells which don't have the nucleus. Their life is 125 days. They get synthesized in the bone marrow and they provide the color to the blood because of the presence of hemoglobin, which perform the function of the transportation of oxygen and carbon dioxide. So this is all about they are disc shape. These cells are disc shape, no nucleus. These cells are nucleated cells, WBC, and WBC perform the function of the defense mechanism. They will be born in different forms like eosinophil, basophil, neutrophil, and so on. So many phils are there for the defending the body from the different types of the pathogen, whether they are protozoan, bacteria, fungi, or some other pathogens, viruses, etc. They perform the function of the phagocytosis, means cell eating. They always eat the foreign cells which are coming inside the body, and they counter the foreign pathogen with the association of the lymphocyte, which we will discuss in the lymph. My dear student, platelets are the thrombocytes which secrete the thromboplastin that is responsible for the clotting of the blood, and the clotting of the blood, that is important. When injury is there, then there will be the clotting of the blood. So thromboplastin will be secreted by the platelets, which are called thrombocytes. So these are three types of the cells which form the blood, and blood flows in the blood vascular system. Where there are the heart, blood vessels, arteries, veins, etc. are there. For the purpose of transportation of material from one place to another place. And dear students, come to the second, that is the lymph. Lymph is the another fluid which is responsible for the again defense mechanism for building the acquired immune system, and lymph is composed of the lymphocytes. So these are two lymphocytes, B lymphocyte and T lymphocytes are there, and they perform the function of the maintaining the acquired immune system. So my dear student, the remaining part will be discussed in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.